It is called an aggressive approach to keeping the power on after storms. Consumers Energy is cutting 7,000 miles of trees. 13 on your side's Micah Cho has details on the multi-million-dollar project and what neighbors in an area that frequently loses power think about it.
Since we last heard from Creston area neighbors in early July on what is now infamously known as the Bermuda Triangle of electricity, Jill Rothwell says they haven't experienced a power outage, something that's frequent in the area.
Yes, so far this year it's been out 7 times.
For Rothwell and the few hundred neighbors who are impacted by outages, they continue to hope Consumers Energy will come up with a solution.
I'm unaware, other than the taking down trees, that there's really a solution that's going to work.
Since 2021, Consumers Energy spokesperson Brian Wheeler says the company has made a more aggressive effort to trim trees. Their goal this year, over 7,000 miles of Michigan trees.
In some cases, you do remove an entire tree, but far more common is that you're cutting branches and limbs away, the ones that are reaching into the power lines themselves.
Wheeler says they spend around $100 million on forestry annually, and with the recent intense storms like straight-line winds that tore trees down across Muskegon County, Wheeler says they hope the project will result in more reliability. However, Rothwell says she would rather see other methods than just cutting.
I'm not a big fan of taking down the trees.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I love our tree. If our tree were coming down, I would be as upset as the people who are, because their trees are being cut down for power lines.
According to Wheeler, consumers will try to work with neighbors when it comes to trees, but adds the company has an accountability to customers.
We look at the effects we're going to have on communities. We communicate with landowners, with neighbors to make sure people understand what we're doing. But we also have to make it clear that this is about reliability. This is about keeping the lights on for our customers.
Micah in the newsroom now. And Micah, does Consumers Energy plan to continue the tree cutting in the future?
Well, Juliet Wheeler told me they have a plan to restore power 24 hours after a storm, and to help keep that goal attainable, this will be continuing for years to come. And next year, Wheeler told me they could be cutting around 8,000 miles of trees across their Michigan service area.
Micah, thank you for that.